Well, hello. This is Rochelle, and thank you for joining me here on the Creative Retreat YouTube channel. It's raining. It's been raining for a while, so if you can hear the rain, then I'm sorry, I think. But there you go. So there's the challenge with the voiceover for the last couple of days. But I did want to share with you just firstly, I'm using my Arch and Olive journal. This is a dot journal that I use for my reflections on the devotionals. And this has been kind of a practice that I've done for the last little while. And it really has increased my quality of devotion so much more, especially using the Creative Retreat devotionals. They are jam packed, that's thunder. So, in South Africa, in Gauteng, where I stay, which is a province, we get quite bad summer thunderstorms. So, that's where we're at. Yes, I know it's Christmas and you guys have nice cold weather. We have hot weather, humid, and springtime showers, summertime showers with severe thunderstorms. So there's that. Back to the reflections. So with the reflections, I usually go through the reflection questions in this Archer and Olive journal. For 2022, I use this craft colored dot journal. So it is a craft paper with dots or bullets. And I've really enjoyed this so much. And then for this month, I was so inspired by Cece's free printable. So if you didn't know, you can get a free printable over on the Creative Retreat website or online shop. You do need to check it out, but it's obviously free, so there's no payment involved. But then you can print that printable, free printable. It's usually got page starters, and then this one's got these fun kind of geometric shapes and overlapping goodies. And I've been wanting to try out these Archer and Olive acrylograph pens. They are a kind of water-based paint marker, but it's acrylic paint. So it is very opaque and can go over or layer over one another, so that you can still see the different colors. And I really love that. And I had stacks of fun, and no, the colors didn't match perfectly, and that's also okay. I really did enjoy just kind of mimicking Cece's kind of drawings here, and it's just for the background. I will be using some of the kind of printable elements in a few after I have done my background. So I really do love having these kind of questions, especially with regards to the devotional, to answer them and to reflect better on what it is that I've learned. So I like to, with these reflection questions, include kind of who wrote the devotional, little things like that. So here I've cut out the title from the cover, as well as the little pink flower that's on the cover as well. And this is a devotional, obviously, by Jan Cookson for Creative Retreat for the month of December. And it's called Name Above All Names. And in reading the suggested reading, obviously, first it points us to Philippians 2, verse 6 to 11. And specifically, verse 9, it's so beautiful. It says, "Therefore God exalted him to the highest place and gave him the name that is above every name." And then in Matthew 1, verse 18 to 21, the key verse that I took there is that she shall bring forth a son, and you shall call his name Jesus, for he will save his people from their sins. Wow. So reading the reflection questions, the first one is kind of considering the importance of a name in ancient Israel. What would a given name represent? And it really kind of hit me like a ton of bricks that a name very much is like a prophecy. It's like prophesying who that person would be and what they would do. So Jesus being Savior, and that for me really is what it speaks of when it speaks of who he is, of what he would do, of what his entire life was all about. It was living a blameless life so that he could save and redeem us. And then it goes through the 6 pieces in John, where Jesus gives himself or speaks about himself, saying, "I am the bread of life. I am the light of the world. I am the gate and the good shepherd. I am the resurrection and I am the life. I am the way and I am the true vine. And I love in the devotional, she says that Jesus' name imparts unbelievably full life. We have to, or we should really, celebrate it, share it, and then live it with immense gratitude. In my previous video, I spoke a little bit about this, and it meant the world to me just reading it, and that kind of sudden realization that in his name, in who he says he has won all of the victories that I have yet to be able to win on my own. And I tried, and I love that there's this saying that says, God is God all by himself. Like, he doesn't need my help. He is God all by himself. And I think with my extreme kind of control personality, I really like to control all of the elements, and in living life I just haven't been able to control all of these elements. And then God comes and he says, Rochelle, you don't have to be the food and the source for everyone. I'm the bread of life. You don't have to have it all together and show everyone where to go and what to do. That I've got it. I'm the light of the world. You don't have to open doors for yourself and for your family. I'm the gate. You don't have to guide them or show them. I am the good shepherd. You can live your life. So he also speaks of being the resurrection and being the life. It takes all of that pressure off me. And I think the third question in today's devotional, or the reflection questions, actually asks, which of the names of Jesus used for himself stands out to you and why? And it really is. It's him saying that he is the way and or the light. So like I said, for me, I think the biggest thing is I try to take control of certain areas where I feel out of control, instead of just trusting in who he is, trusting in that he will do what he said he will do, that he is who he said he is, that he's faithful and that he's not going to fail me, that he's going to show me that way, he is the way, and that he's going to light it up for me. He's not going to play hide and seek with me. He is found when I seek him, when I spend time in the word, when I spend time in the truth, then he is found by me. It's not like I said, a game of hide and seek. It really is knowing and understanding what the word says God is and who the word says Jesus is. That is understanding what he will do, his nature, his heart for people is all in the names that he gives himself. I really enjoyed using these acrylographs. They've made it quite fun. I love the different kind of texture that it gives to the page. You can use other paint pens, obviously, also, and it obviously doesn't have to be, a paint pen. It can be watercolor or however you want to do it, or just cut out Cece's awesome free printable. If you print that on like trace paper or vellum or acetate, even if you've got, and you can put that onto your page wherever you're doing your reflections, that would also give a beautiful background. I just really wanted to try it with these acrylograph pens, and so that's sort of what I did. I did use a Faber-Castell Pitt Artist pen, and I think a sanguine and a dark sepia, just to write the answers to my questions. So it's got that full kind of rich brown color to it in the mix. I thoroughly enjoyed this specific kit. The printables, the Faithful digitals, and this free printable. The colors are absolutely stunning. I do want to hoard it all, and I definitely want this stamp set. It's gorgeous. And the washi, it's also really, really pretty, and you guys can, every time you use it, think of me, please. I'm journaling the prayer. So the reflection questions usually end off with asking you to journal a prayer. And this specific one was journal a prayer praising God and acknowledging that Jesus Christ is Lord. And that's that part where that saying I heard that says, God is God all by himself. And then I also heard another one that says, God is God and I am not. And I think that is, like I said, the lesson I've learned so richly in the specific Name Above All Names devotional is that if I know who God is, who he says he is, and then understand who and what I am and what I am not, then that kind of makes things so much easier in understanding the process and where I need to stress and where I don't. And the whole thing is I don't need to stress. I can just leave it in his hands. He is firmly in control. He's got this whole thing sorted out 100%. There is nothing that is required extra of me but to trust in who God says he is. I want to thank you so much for joining me. I did use a white acrylic graph and a white kind of gel pen just to add a bit more extra goodies, and then in the end also a kind of green gold one, and that was a lot of fun, just adding a bit of extra goodies and crosses like the ones in the Faithfilled digital or the free printable by Cece. And thanks so much, Cece, for doing these. It really is such a blessing to each one of us that we could use these free printables and have stacks of fun. Thanks for joining me. I do hope to see you again real soon. Check out the videos by the other girls on the team as well. They are posted on this YouTube channel. So click the bell so that you get notifications when there are new videos. Bye-bye.